Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I continue reading this book, The Adventures of Pinocchio, and let's go. Pinocchio goes back to the fairy's house. Pinocchio comes to the fairy's house and knocked at the door. He waited and waited. At last, a window opened and Pinocchio saw a big snail. She said to him, "Who is there at this late hour?" "Is the fairy at home?" asked the puppet. "The fairy is asleep. But who are you?" "Pinocchio." "And who is Pinocchio?" "The puppet who lives in the fairy's house." "Oh," said the snail, "wait for me there. I shall come down and open the door." "Be quick, I am very cold." "My boy, I am a snail, and snails cannot be quick." The night was very bad. It rained cats and dogs. Poor Pinocchio was very cold and wet. He waited an hour for the snail, then 2 hours. He waited all night. Only in the morning the snail opened the door. "The fairy is asleep," she said. "I am so hungry," cried Pinocchio. "Bring me something to eat." "At once," said the snail. Pinocchio waited 3 hours for the snail. At last she came back with a gold plate on her head. There was bread, a chicken, and 4 apples on the plate. "This is your breakfast," she said. The puppet was very glad to see these good things. He began to eat. Suddenly the fairy came into the room. "You were a bad boy again," the fairy said, "but I think it will be the last time." "I am very sorry," said Pinocchio. "I'll be a good boy and I'll learn well." The fairy was very glad. At the end of the year, she said to Pinocchio, "Tomorrow you won't be a wooden puppet, you will be a boy. Tell your schoolmates to come here tomorrow. They'll have breakfast in our house. I'll make 200 cups of milk. I'll buy 100 cakes to 500 sweets, and 500 sweets. We'll sing, dance, and play." Pinocchio was very happy, but this is always a bet. Then the fairy said to Pinocchio, "Now go and ask your schoolmates to come for breakfast tomorrow. Come back home at once." "I'll be back very soon," answered the puppet. Pinocchio said goodbye to his good fairy and went out of the house. Then Pinocchio's friends heard about the cakes and sweets. They all said, "We'll come tomorrow. Thank you very much." This is all for reading, and I need to answer the questions. Agree or disagree? 1. The weather was nice at night. No, I disagree. He was rain. 2. In the morning, the snail opened the door. Yes, I agree. 3. At last the snail brought Pinocchio 3 apples. bread, and some sweets. I disagree. 4. Pinocchio wasn't glad to see the snail with a good plate on her head. No, I disagree. Pinocchio was very glad. Complete the sentences. Pinocchio waited and waited, and at last they opened the door in the morning, and the snail came and opened the door. 2. The weather that night was very bad. It rained and so cold. 3. Only the morning. Only in the morning the snail go down and open the door. 4. At last she come back with a good place on her head, and she has some snacks. Answer the questions. Where did Pinocchio come? To the fairy's house. 2. What was the weather like that night? Uh, it's raining. The weather was raining. Rain. 3. How long did Pinocchio wait for the snail? All the night. In the morning, she opened the door, and Pinocchio asked for some food, and she waited 3 hour more. 4. What did the snail bring to Pinocchio? The snail bring some apples on the plate, maybe 4 apples, and bread and something more. Bread, a chicken, and 4 apples on the plate. I forget, said chicken. A chicken. Check yourself. Quiz 11. What did Alidoro do? A. He began to fight with the fisherman. B. He took the net and ran out of the cave. No. C. He threw Pinocchio into the frying pan. D. He caught Pinocchio in his mouth and ran out of the cave. Answer D. He caught Pinocchio in his mouth and ran out of the cave. 2. Why couldn't the fisherman catch Alidoro? A. Alidoro was too quick. Yes, Alidoro was too quick. Answer A. 3. Why did Alidoro save Pinocchio? A. Alidoro saved Pinocchio because he was a... No. B. Alidoro saved Pinocchio because he waited? No. C. Alidoro saved Pinocchio because Pinocchio saved Alidoro? Yes, answer C. The next question. 4. What did Pinocchio do when he knew what the boy was alive? What did Pinocchio do when he knew what the boy was alive? A. Pinocchio saved Alidoro. B. Pinocchio was so happy that he began to dance. Yes, answer B. 5. What was the weather like that night? A. The weather was warm. No. B. It was cold, but it didn't rain. No. C. It rained cats and dogs. Yes, I remember this answer right. Answer C. It's rain, cats, and dogs. But I don't understand how it views. I cannot imagine in my brain how this. What is this? It rained cats and dogs. Cats and dogs, I know. Raining, it's rain or run. I don't understand these sentences. Maybe use this translator. I understand these sentences. This answer. 6. How long did Pinocchio wait for the snail? A. He waited all night. Yes, he waited all night. B. He waited all day. No, he waited for 2 hours. Maybe he waited for 2 hours, and the snail opened in the morning. Yeah, I check this. He waited an hour for the snail, then 2 hours. He waited all night. Only tomorrow. He waited an hour for the snail, then 2 hours. He waited all night. He waited an hour, 1 hour and 2 hour. One plus two equals 3. And maybe the right answer A. He waited all night. He waited for 2 hours. It's not correct because he waited an hour and 2 hours more. 3 hours. Exactly. Okay. 7 questions. The last. What did the snail bring to Pinocchio? A. The snail brings some bread and butter? No. B. The snail. I don't this when I read in this text word. I thinking, what is this? What is the snail? Maybe this names somebody. And when I reading, the snail was so not quickly. So. My boy, I am a snail, and the snails cannot be quick. I understand what it is, the snail. Okay, the snail brought a gold plate with some apples. Answer B. The snail brought a chicken and some apples. Answer C. D. The snail brought bread, a chicken, and 4 apples. Answer G is correct to 100%. And I answered answer D. The snail brought bread, a chicken, and 4 apples. Thank you for listening me, for watching this video. This is my video challenge, and today day 62 maybe, and my name is Artem. I'm 27 and I live in Ukraine. This is my video challenge when I need to speak in English every single day. Day by day, I go to my goal. I achieve my results. I need to improve in my English skills. I need to improve my speaking skills. Thank you for waiting. Goodbye, see you later, see you soon.